It is another edition, another episode. We are doing a book review of Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Sorry, that's not funny. It is by Richard Bach. And this is one of my favorite books. I really like this book. Shouts to the Keymaster. She was instrumental in me reading that. If you know, you know type. So this book is about this bird, and I never thought about this until like this very moment, but it seems like animals are a good way of depicting things. Like when someone wants to like tell a story, an animal is a good way of...
I want my bird.
A bird? You want a bird?
I want my bird.
I can get you a bird, I can get you 10 birds.
I want my bird.
Well, okay, nothing's impossible. Are we talking about, is this a bird back in Russia?
Making you relate to like life without identifying a person, like an individual.
When we say what we say, that shit limitless. When we say what we say, shall we prove it? When we say what we say, there'll be movement.
Because like a lot of people, it's hard for, like, no matter what kind of person you pick, there isn't like a ambiguous person, like where they just have no background. Like, you make assumptions about people's, like, what do your parents look like? I can determine what your parents look like because of what you look like. Thus, I'm drawing a correlation to your lineage, and now I know what ethnicity you are. So I may know about some of the customs that you may or may not be familiar with, like in a sense that's like your lifestyle and all that stuff. You like do all of this stuff, but you can't do that with animals. That was a bit much.
It ain't no time for all that wine while you crying. It ain't no time for all that wine while you crying. It ain't no time for all that wine while you crying. It ain't no time for no one.
But yeah, so animals are a good way to like tell a story without having to identify a person in any way. Anyway, so there's this bird,
My bird.
and he lives with his clan members, a bunch of seagulls, and they do seagull stuff. So they like eat food, hang out, sleep, kick it. They don't really attempt to push the boundaries. And Jonathan wants more out of life, and he wants to soar higher. He wants to do more than just the normal seagull behavior. Like, he wants to fly higher, he wants to fly faster, he wants to get more out of life. And his clan members, they're all kind of like, dude, you can't be doing that. Like, we just are supposed to act like seagulls. You're not supposed to do other stuff. And he's like, nah, man, like, I gotta see what's higher than, you know, that peak that you guys set. You know, I want to see what's above the roof.
When I share what I share, man, I need you. When I share what I share, man, I need you. When I share what I share, man, I need you. What I share, what I share, what I share.
And so he begins to do that, and like when he starts like flying higher and faster and stuff, and then he finds more seagulls that are flying faster than him at this point, and he's like stepped up a level from his basic clan members. And so he's like feeling it. He's like, wow, this is awesome. This is what like I've been missing out on, and what everybody's been missing out on. Like we should soar higher. And he meets more seagulls at these other heights that have, you know, pushed those boundaries as well. And it makes him want to go harder, you know. And so then I think there's like a point where he comes back to his clan members and he's like, yo, you'll never believe this. Like, you gotta try this, you know what I'm saying? And they were still on some like, get out of here. Like, and I can't remember how exactly it went. Like, I don't believe it was like any kind of court or anything like that, but it was like a situation where they were like, yo, you can't be here. Like, you're not doing Seagull stuff. You're trying to mess up our culture, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So
I come around, I set them standards, asking questions, need them answered. Paper, trying to hang around like Lanyard. I'm trying to mind my manners. I done submitted to that river. Now I'm faster, now I'm stronger, now I'm bigger.
But nonetheless, he decides to kind of keep on pushing and going faster, going harder, flying higher. And it's a beautiful book. Like, he just keeps on doing what he felt like, you know, to exceed the expectations of a Seagull. And he enjoyed himself. And I think that this book, like, the reason why I like it so much is because we have a destination or a destiny, and like the course that you take to get there, you know, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it kind of doesn't matter, like, how you go about getting to your destiny or your destination. It's just a matter of like doing it full-heartedly. And even if you are going against a grain, or if you're doing something in a rebellious way almost, because you're going so hard for what you believe in, because you know that the destination is up ahead, and because everyone is going the opposite direction, it's very difficult to keep making those steps. But even when you make those steps, you may come into contact with others who are on that same, they're on that same track, and they'll push you to go harder and go faster. And it may be a point where you experience an exile, or at least it feels like that, like people don't hang out with you, or they don't want to support your trajectory for like what you're attempting to do. And instead, like, they'll go with what the standard is. And it's important to like reach your goals, reach your destiny, no matter what. Just go for it. Fly higher, fly faster, and experience that wind in your face. Experience that freedom. Because that the standard, living under the standard, is is living suppressed. So, you know, don't have yourself under a ceiling. It doesn't exist. Go higher.
It ain't no time, cool down like crime. It ain't no time, cool down like crime. It ain't no time, cool down like crime. It ain't no time.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. This is a relatively short book, and it's so beautiful. Check it out if you feel like sometimes you're a rebel with some of your interests, and yeah, you want to feel like inspired and like inspired to want to go further with what you're doing. Like, you're going the right way. You know, I believe in you, and it's about us all believing in ourselves. So do that, and you'll come around to a full circle moment where it's like, that's why I did that, you know? And that's ironic because the very first Sue's View that I did was on June 23rd. And that was the day that I finished. I finished this book a year prior to the day that I started Sue's Views. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this from the Daily Stoic. Shouts to this book. This is good stuff right here. I'm not even gonna say what the date is because I don't know when I'm gonna publish this video, but the long way around, I recorded it because I did the Daily Stoic is June 23rd. So basically, I say all that to say that a year ago, I read this book, and then a year after that, Sue's Views is a thing, which I didn't know was gonna happen, but I was inspired to fly higher, fly faster, be as I can't think of the word, but like really try. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just living under a standard. Like, I want to fly higher. And through that, you know, you go through a lot of, you know, ups and downs and things like that. But you come around to this full circle moment where you realize, like, this is what I was doing. This is what I'm here now. And once you're at that next tier, go harder. You know what I'm saying? So, like, be your best. You know what I'm saying? Don't shortchange yourself. Don't put it past yourself to gain new skills, gain new interests. Like, get out there and do it. So you can check out the review of Zen and the Art of Happiness. It has 6 views on it. But in this book, or in this review, Sue's View, I read this exact page out of the Daily Stoic, which I will repeat. So yeah. You could enjoy this very moment, all the things you are praying to reach by taking the long way around, if you just stop depriving yourself of them. Ask most people what they're working toward, and you'll get an answer like, I'm trying to become an insert profession. Or they'll tell you that they're trying to get appointed to some impressive committee or position, become a millionaire, get discovered, become famous, whatever. Now you ask a couple more questions, such as, why are you doing that? Or what are you hoping it will be like when you get it? And you find at the very core of it, people want freedom, they want happiness, and they want the respect of their peers. A Stoic looks at this and shakes his head at the immense effort and expense we put into chasing things that are simple and straightforward to acquire. It's as if we prefer to spend years building a complicated Rube Goldberg machine instead of just reaching out and picking up what we want. It's like looking all over for your sunglasses and then realizing they were on your head the whole time. Freedom, that's easy, it's in your choices. Happiness, that's easy, it's in your choices. Respect of your peers, that too is in the choices you make. And all that is right in front of you. No need to take the long way to get there. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That destination is right there. Just take one more step and you'll find yourself in the land of milk and honey. Appreciate y'all. Please be good. Don't be bad. Remember that I love you. See ya.
It ain't no time for